My name's Rafael, you're watching Rock and Roll Garage, and today I'm going to tell you why Ritchie Blackmore is not a big fan of AC/DC. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment. Well, as you probably know, if you're a Blackmore fan and read a lot of his interviews or watch him talking about music, you know that he's quite sincere, and he's said a few bad things about bands over the years, and one of them was AC/DC, which, it's amazing to hear that, because like the Beatles, almost everybody loves AC/DC. And I'm going to show you right now what he said about them a couple of decades ago already, back then. In an interview with Kerrang magazine in 1984, this is what he said. He answered a question about if the Deep Purple album Perfect Strangers was a logical follow-up to Machine Head, and his answer was, yeah, you see, I've always admired AC/DC. I don't like them particularly as a band, but they've stuck steadfastly to their own brand or straightforward music through thick and thin. To my mind, when they first started out, AC/DC sounded incredibly dated, but then suddenly the rock and roll world turned full circle and the band took off. And that was just great. They kept hanging on to their principles until the right time came along. In a way, you can draw a parallel between Purple and AC/DC. We're just going to go out and do what we are best known for. That is, playing sophisticated rock, not heavy metal. And then in an interview in 1998 with Fuzz Pole Guy, Blackmore was asked about playing on the Shadows tribute album, and he revealed that he usually said no to projects like that. And then again, he mentioned it that he didn't like AC/DC. He said, I don't like to do a lot of these tribute things come along, but I usually turn them down because you can't get carried away with that nonsense. A tribute to AC/DC is like, wait a minute, I really don't like that band. I think one or two is enough. So that's what he said about AC/DC in those interviews. Quite direct, stating that he doesn't like AC/DC as a band. And the interesting thing is that back in the mid-70s, AC/DC was Rainbow's opening act. Rainbow, which was the band Blackmore created after he left Deep Purple, which had Cozy Powell, Ronnie James Dio, of course, in those first years. And it was when Bon Scott was AC/DC's vocalist, the legendary artist, and another artist that worked with Blackmore was Bobby Daisley, who was a legendary bassist. As you probably know, he played with a lot of incredible players. Obviously, he is best known, I believe, as being Ozzy's bassist for quite a while and lyricist. He wrote all the lyrics practically from Ozzy's first albums and even contributed with him later on multiple times. And I think he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. And there's an interesting interview with Bob with Shockwave's Skull Sessions back in 2021 that were transcribed, that he said that Blackmore maybe felt threatened by AC/DC's performances before Rainbow, when they had them as the opening act. And this is what Bob said. They were treated okay. Ritchie didn't really comment much. He sort of kept it to himself, which if he had been really impressed, he probably would have said something, but he didn't say much. Maybe he felt a little threatened or something. I don't know, because they used to always go down well. It was only a few shows that they did with us where they opened it for us. That's a point of view that Bob had, that maybe he felt threatened. But, Blackmore is really a unique person. He is sincere. He talks about all the bands. He doesn't have a problem with saying he doesn't like a band or an artist. And it's really good to have someone like that really speaks what he wants, you know. He tells everybody what is on his mind about other artists. So it's incredible to see a guitar hero, one of the greatest guitarists of all time, saying that he's not a big fan of AC/DC. Obviously, these interviews are a little older. Maybe he changed his mind, but obviously, you know, if you don't like a band, 20 years later, you're gonna start to like that band. It doesn't make much sense, but at least in those occasions, the occasions that I managed to find out when I wrote the article that you can read in the description, he said these bad things about AC/DC, and I couldn't find him complimenting their music and etc. So I hope you liked the video. It's an interesting take on Blackmore and AC/DC. As I said, go to description, visit the article I wrote about it. Watch a lot of other videos about Blackmore and AC/DC here in the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.